Ironwood Games. This is Andrew, and welcome to today's quick draft. The setup today is Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. So we're going to jump in here and see what we can do. Now, I've drafted this a little bit in person. I don't think I've done it on Arena yet, but it's been a while since it's a little bit of an older set. So let's see what we're presented with and where we might go. And we'll try and remember some archetypes and what's going on, and otherwise we'll just take good stuff and see what we can do. Okay, so the Scrap Welder lets us recycle artifacts. Sacrifice an artifact with mana value X, return target artifact card with mana value less than X from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it gains haste. So let's see. The pilots. So we have a decent number of artifacts that gives us some recursion. We have vehicles, and we have things like shrines. It makes the Shrine Steward really good, like something like that, because use it, search for something, so you get a trigger off of that. Then we use it when it's going to die, sack it to bring back, you know, a brute suit or something else that's equally good. Let's see. Hotshot Mechanic. I don't think it's a great first pick. That's interesting. And I think the Prowler is fine if we want to go a little bit more ninjas, and I think the ninjutsu is really good in this. The additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact, which does play well into like the Scrap Welder. Modified. Yeah, we have these sagas and things. I don't know that I love it, but I think the choice here, just looking at what we have, is to like go into black blue ninjas, because that's kind of safe and known, or we take this Scrap Welder and try and do like an artifact. You could do like black red sacrifice things. We could do black green, or I'm sorry, red green, like vehicles, and modified. We could do red white vehicles or something. So I think we're going to take it just because I want to see where it leads us. A 3-mana 3/3 is not bad. And who knows? Let's see. I don't think I've done anything like this before. So this Acquisition Octopus, with the deals damage, draw a card. I can't remember what that effect is called. I want to say Explore, and it's not. I know it's not an Explore effect. Curiosity type effect, I believe, is really good. Lets us draw something. This is decent as far as just control board wipe things. Spinning Wheel Kick, I think it's fine, but not that great. The Dragonfly Suit, also pretty good. Let's see. Virus Beetle is okay. So this one's modified things. Master's Rebuke is actually good thing. The question is if any of these uncommons are worth it. This does play into what we have. This requires a better or a bigger investment in black than any of these. I think I like the Master's Rebuke better as a thing, but I'm going to take the Artifact Octopus here. The reconfigure cost is not too bad, and it's something that we can recur with this. We also need artifacts to sacrifice to get other artifacts back. So, and they go to the battlefield directly, so we could splash like that Battle Suit or other white artifacts, other colored artifacts, I should say, not just white, off of that thing. So things like the Network Terminal might be really good in letting us kind of play different colors. And that Azusa's Many Journeys, interesting. I don't think is great in limited. I don't like that. Flash Flying Crew 1. I think that one's fine. We might take it. Its tap down effect is interesting. Crackling Emergence is interesting. I don't know that it's great. Searchlight Companion. It's fine. I think we could pick something like this up later and not be upset about that. The same thing with the Network Terminal. I don't think it needs to be an early pick. Target enchantment card. The Katana is interesting as well. I'm going to take the Hover Bike. Kind of see where we go in these colors. Ooh, Ganjo Uprising. All right. This is interesting. Create X 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. They gain menace and haste until end of turn. Each opponent creates X -1 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with vigilance. So it's definitely a weird symmetric. You get one more than they do. They get menace and haste, so it might be like an ending turn. You swing in with all of them. They have to double up, so half of them get through. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know if we like it or not. Mech Hanger. Mech Hanger does kind of go into, if we want to go like all out artifacts, vehicles, which kind of sounds interesting. There's definitely some decent samurai things still coming around. Volt Surge. We see another one of same thing with Papercraft Decoy as something to get, that Shrine Seward. The problem with Mech Hanger is it doesn't cast regular artifacts. It only casts vehicles, but it does turn vehicles on for just 3 mana. I don't know if I want to speculate on it. I think something like that might wheel. And if we want to go with kind of what we... have the, kind of going down on that. The Moonsnare prototype is not bad either. We can channel it and then recur it later. It does kind of cost a little bit, but it's something. I'm still just like on this if it's a good card or not. It's interesting to see this red-white rare on pick 4, which means the bots don't think it's good. But also we see other samurais here. And samurais could be decent if that's what's open. We're not in any colors, and we are probably playing reds. I'm going to take it and see what happens. I don't know. It's probably not a good card and not worth taking. Maybe it doesn't even make the cut. Creature vehicle card. So I like this if we're sending other stuff away. I think it does go in if we want to go red, white, maybe splash blue. So we're going to take it. Runaway Trash Bot is interesting. I don't know that I love it. Volt Surge probably better than the Explosive Entry. I don't love that. The Arrest, though, might be a decent removal. Yeah, that's interesting something to do. I don't know how much we're going to have modified, so we may not want it. This seems really good with kind of the plan we're going on right now. I like this idea of this walking skyscraper. I just don't know that we're going to get there without stuff that comes in and lets us do other things. Here the question is the 4/1 that keeps something from blocking, or the Papercraft Decoy that costs 4 to draw a card. It does give us some card draw. I don't know. That's a tough one. We're going to go with that and see what we get. This would be interesting if we had taken the 8-drop, but we didn't, and getting to 7 I think is just as hard. The question here is, do we take... We had seen one Shrine Steward. Do we take a second one? Do we take one? We haven't seen any Shrines yet, and we're not really playing Shrines. But they do get back, you know, they do sack to get us our 3s and things, and they're a decent body. I think we're going to take that. I think we'll take here the Assault. Yeah, I still don't like that. Is because we saw some potential samurai things and we've got this, I think we're going to take the Katana and then the Subduer. Yeah, we'll pick up, yeah, another Ogre. I don't know that we'll play the second one. Take an Explosive Entry, and we'll take a sideboard Plains. I'm going to put one of the Ogres into the sideboard. All right, let's see what we've got here. Nashi, Moon Sage's Scion. Skyblessed Samurai is interesting if we're playing enchantments. We're not. None of these are really good for us. I'm kind of tempted to take the Mythic just because it's a Mythic, but I don't know that it's good, and we have wild cards. And it's double black, so it's not really something we're going to splash. Era of Enlightenment. Is fine. Scry 2, gain 2. Yeah. Although this guy might be better with our artifact kind of theme. Let's take him. I like the Imperial Recovery unit. I think another one of those is fine. I don't know that I like that card for what we're doing. Here we do have a shrine, though. And I think the shrine is just good enough if we do somehow get another shrine or more. The Shrine Steward lets us search it out, so he's definitely, like, has potential. Seven-Tail Mentor is interesting. I think Surge is probably just better since we didn't pick one up yet. Brute Suit is good, but I want to get a Surge so we have a Surge. Alright, a Gonjo Exemplar is good. Shattered States Era, though, I think is good. Lets us take potentially an artifact creature that we could sack or do something with. Let's take it. Ooh, there's our other Goshentai. So since we picked up one, two is better. We might just take this guy for the lifelink. The Terrarium, though, is good. Yeah, let's take the Terrarium. Kind of getting set on our splash stuff that way. I think this is fine. We could get the other synthesizer. But I think this guy and the variety in that is going to be a little bit better. Here we go. Reinforced Ronin. Very good in what we're trying to do. I think that's actually really good because we can return it at the end of a cycle, sacking it 2, returning it, putting it into... it gets haste, then returns to our hand, then we pay to discard it to draw a card, and it gives us more things to cycle through on that. Here's that Skyblessed Samurai. I think the intervention is better. Let's see, how much creatures do we have? We only have 10 creatures, because this technically does become a creature. No, let's take the removal, because we want to be doing other stuff, and I don't want to just play down a creature. That one's fine. I don't know that we need another katana. Let's take a Papercraft Decoy. Here we go. I think Seven-Tail Mentor is probably the best. We're probably not even splashing the Acquisition Octopus now. We'll take Gift of Wrath. Yeah, we'll probably take the Ronin. We'll take a second Gift of Wrath, but we'll go to the sideboard. And Light the Way we'll take. We gotta cut some things. So we'll see. Ooh. If we had taken some of those black cards, we would have opened some good packs for it. Let's see. Sack a creature, scry 2. So splashing black for this doesn't really seem bad, though, and it seems fairly doable. What are we giving up? Anything else amazing? I think we're gonna do that. Because we could pick up maybe that Shattered States on the wheel, and then these guys go well together. don't really like that. And I don't really like that. I think we're going to take that and just put it in the side. Here's a Goshentai. That's going to help us with our possible lack of creatures. Ooh, Invoke Calamity. I think we're going to take it. I don't know that I love this one of the invokes. But we'll take it. We're going to have to make definitely make some cuts here. Dragonfly Suit, I think, is the best option, but then again, having a way to sack some things. Yeah, we're gonna take you. Probably cut a couple of 2s. Like that Ronin and other things, but we'll see. Born to Drive. This could be good to sack just to create some things. Or, I mean, the channel to discard it. So we don't have a ton of vehicles, and we might even get rid of the one that we do have. I think the Dragon Suit is just better. Yeah, let's take that. We do have the recovery unit and those. Prodigy's Prototype. We'll take that for the curve. Imperial Oath is interesting as a high-end card, but I think we have other things to do on that. This just draws us a card. It's a better... here we go. Shattered States Era, I think, is good. Good for what we're trying to do. We'll take a Kindled Fury. I don't think we put it in the deck. We'll... I get an Exemplar yet? I don't think I did. We will take one. We've got an interesting samurai kind of thing going on. I'm gonna take... we'll take it. I don't know that that makes the cut either. Lucky Offering, I think, goes to the side. And I'll take a Golden Temple Disciple, but I think it gets cut as well. Alright, so let's see what cuts we can make, what kind of a deck we have. So first, let's make some cuts. So I need to like cut 14. So light the way I want to cut. If it's not something we can get back or use in our... I know we only have the one Scrap Welder, but we have things to sacrifice. So, and we've got gain control of some things. I don't know, instants and sorceries seem good. I just want to get rid of things that maybe aren't gonna help us get there. This 2-mana 1/3 doesn't help us cast much. I think this ramps us. This one's fine. This one we can draw cards off of. This one's not really a 2-drop. The lifelink is good. Creature, or yeah, that seems fine. Intercessor's Arrest think we're going to get rid of that. I don't know how likely we are to have anything. So let's... all right, we've got the Go Shintai here. I think we get rid of Seven Tail Mentor and the Gift of Wrath. I do like the Shrine Steward. It's a top. It gets us our shrines. So it gets us some card advantage. A 3-2. We can sack it down to kind of start our chain, which I don't dislike. The question is on Invoke Calamity. What do we have that we like? Instants and sorceries that are worth it, and I just don't think we do. Yeah, I don't think we have enough instants and sorceries that are interesting. Alright, probably need to cut a couple of 2s and a couple of 3s. Getting rid of an artifact can be pretty good. I don't know. I don't really like this one. That one we can cut. I'm trying to see how many actual like samurai we have, because we have a few, but we don't have a ton. So I think just for a bad card, the Ronin is that Aki Ronin is not good. Since he doesn't get us there. Let's see. Can we cut the Dragonfly suit? I do want to have a couple of things to recur for each kind of level. Because we need them to be in the graveyard to start those things. So I think we'll cut a Golden Tail Disciple instead. All of our things are like Crew 1, Crew 2, so that's fine. Let's see, what do we have? 14 creatures. Probably don't want to cut. I mean, we've got a few more on these, so we could cut a creature. Question is if Arrest is good. Can't crew vehicles. Can't activate their abilities. But like things like Samurai don't do well with it. We're going to cut it. This I don't mind channeling to get a Plains. The 1/1 is not great, but it is a creature. It draws us a card. I'm also tempted to cut the Wanderer's Intervention because they've got to be attacking or blocking, so it's not just straight up removal. And then we're going to cut a Plains. And that's going to put us at 40. All right, there we go. That's going to be our deck. The plan is, real quick, we'll look at that. The plan is kind of just put stuff out, be aggressive with them, or be willing to trade things, get as much value as we can into kind of Scrap Welder, Hidetsugo, other ways to just start doing it, getting extra things, Go Shintais, other stuff. So putting out threats and letting them do their thing, see if this can be a finisher or not. I have no idea if that's a good plan, but we're going to try it. So, all right, join us in the next video and we'll play a couple of matches. Thanks.